Welcome back to Z Coins, your go-to source for all things rare and valuable in the world of coins. Today, we're diving into a truly fascinating story about the 2001 Washington quarter, featuring the date 1789 as a commemorative nod to George Washington. Could one of these coins hiding in your pocket be worth $5.9 million? Let's find out. Let's start with a bit of history. The 2001 Washington quarter belongs to the 50-state quarters program, one of the most successful coinage initiatives in U.S. history. This program, which began in 1999 and ended in 2008, celebrated each U.S. state with unique designs on the reverse side of the quarter. The P mint mark indicates that this coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. But wait, you're probably wondering, what's with the 1789 date? That's a reference to the year George Washington was inaugurated as the first president of the United States. This date is prominently featured alongside Washington's iconic bust on the obverse side, which has been a staple design since 1932. Now, what makes the 2001 quarter particularly interesting is a rare and mysterious error that's been discovered on some of these coins. These errors can dramatically increase the coin's value to collectors. Some coins have double die obverse, missing mint marks, or even unique misstrikes that make them one of a kind. But here's where it gets really exciting. A specific variety of the 2001 Washington quarter has recently made headlines for its jaw-dropping auction price of $5.9 million. You heard that right. $5.9 million for a single quarter. So what makes this coin so valuable? Well, the record-breaking coin was a unique error coin with an exceptionally rare combination of features: a dramatic off-center strike, a double die obverse, and a pristine, uncirculated condition. Adding to the value was the coin's impeccable provenance and authentication by top grading services like PCGS and NGC, which confirmed it was a one-of-a-kind masterpiece of minting errors. Of course, not every 2001 Washington quarter is worth millions, but even regular coins in excellent condition can fetch a premium. Let's break it down. If you have a 2001 quarter in circulated condition, it's generally worth its face value, 25 cents. But in uncirculated condition, values can range from $1 to $5, depending on the grade. Coins graded MS65 or higher can command prices of $20 or more. Error coins, though, are where the big money is. A minor mint error might make your coin worth $50 to $500, while major errors, like off-center strikes or missing elements, can push values into the thousands. And, as we've seen, a truly exceptional specimen can be worth millions. So how do you know if your 2001 quarter is valuable? Here are some tips. Inspect the coin closely. Look for unusual features, like doubling misstrikes or missing mint marks. Check the condition. Coins in better condition are always worth more. Aim for coins with minimal wear and strong luster. Get it graded. Professional grading by PCGS or NGC can provide an official evaluation of your coin's condition and rarity. Compare recent auction results. Use online resources like Heritage Auctions or eBay to see what similar coins are selling for. So, could you be holding a fortune in your pocket change? The 2001 Washington quarter is a fascinating piece of history and a reminder of the thrill of coin collecting. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just starting out, always take a closer look at your coins. You never know what treasures you might find. We're diving into the fascinating story of the 2007 Washington quarter, a coin that not only represents a piece of U.S. history, but also has collectors buzzing about its value. Could this quarter be worth big money? We'll uncover its history, value, and the astonishing possibility of a $5.8 million treasure. So, grab your magnifying glass and let's get started. Part 1. History of the 2007 Washington Quarter. The Washington Quarter is one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history, with its origins dating back to 1932, when it was first minted to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. Fast forward to 2007, and the Washington Quarter was part of the 50-state quarters program, one of the most popular coin series in U.S. mint history. The 2007 Washington Quarter is specifically tied to the state of Wyoming. Wyoming's quarter design features a cowboy on horseback, a tribute to the state's rich cowboy heritage and rugged frontier spirit. The D mint mark indicates that the coin was minted in Denver, Colorado. The 2007 Wyoming Quarter was part of the 10th year of the 50-state quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008. Over 320 million Wyoming quarters were minted at the Denver Mint, making it a relatively common coin at first glance. However, as with any coin, the devil is in the details. Part 2. Rare Varieties and Errors. What makes this coin valuable? So, what makes the 2007 Washington Quarter special? Let's talk about error coins and rare varieties that can skyrocket the value of this seemingly ordinary quarter. Some 2007 quarters show evidence of die clashes, where the obverse, front, and reverse, back, designs partially overlap. These errors occur when the dies strike each other without a coin planchet in between, leaving ghostly impressions. A small percentage of 2007 quarters were struck off-center, resulting in a misaligned design. Coins with significant off-center strikes can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Look closely at the inscriptions, like United States of America or E pluribus unum. Any doubling in these letters could indicate a valuable double die error. Coins with cracks, chips, or lamination errors, where parts of the metal peel away, are highly sought after by collectors. Over time, some quarters develop unique colorations due to chemical reactions. Quarters with attractive toning patterns can command premium prices. Part 3. The $5.8 million dollar mystery. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. There have been rumors circulating in the numismatic community about a 2007 Washington Quarter valued at $5.8 million. What's the story behind this astonishing figure? This value is tied to speculative rarity. Some coin experts believe that there may be an ultra-rare prototype or test coin linked to the 2007 minting process that has yet to surface publicly. Such coins are usually made during the testing phases of a minting operation and may feature unique characteristics, such as unapproved designs or experimental compositions. If one of these coins were to be discovered, it could easily fetch millions at auction. While no such prototype has been officially confirmed, the buzz around the possibility keeps collectors on high alert. If you come across a 2007 quarter that looks out of the ordinary, it's worth getting it appraised by a professional numismatist or grading service. Part 4. Current market value of the 2007 Washington Quarter. For most 2007 quarters in circulated condition, the value is fairly modest. These coins are commonly worth their face value of 25 cents. However, here's a breakdown of how the value changes depending on condition and rarity. These coins are usually worth 25 cents to $1, depending on wear and tear. Coins in mint condition, with no signs of circulation, can sell for $2 to $5. Coins graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC can command higher prices. For example, depending on the type and severity of the error, these coins can range from $50 to over $1,000. If you're lucky enough to own a rare variety or prototype, you could be looking at values in the millions. The numismatic world is full of surprises. Part 5. How to identify and sell valuable coins. If you think you might have a valuable 2007 Washington Quarter, here are some tips. Use a magnifying glass or microscope to look for errors, doubling, or unusual features. Websites like PCGS, NGC, and CoinWorld provide detailed information about coin values and grading. Submit your coin to a professional grading service for authentication and an official grade. Auction houses, coin shows, and online platforms like eBay or Heritage Auctions are great places to sell valuable coins. Be sure to work with reputable buyers. The 2007 D Washington Quarter is a fascinating piece of American history that holds potential for big money, especially if you stumble upon a rare variety or error coin. While most of these quarters are worth only a few cents over face value, the possibility of a $5.8 million treasure makes every pocket change hunt exciting. We're diving into the fascinating world of numismatics, the study and collection of coins. Our focus will be on the 2008 D Washington Quarter, a coin that's not only rich in history but also has become highly valuable in today's market, with some rare examples fetching astronomical prices, as high as $5.8 million. Stick around to learn about its history, unique features, and why this coin is worth so much money today. Chapter 1. The history of the Washington Quarter. The Washington Quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Designed by sculptor John Flanagan, the coin features a profile of Washington on the obverse front and initially had an eagle on the reverse back. Over the decades, the Washington Quarter underwent numerous design changes, including the introduction of the 50 State Quarters program in 1999. The State Quarters program was a groundbreaking initiative by the U.S. Mint to honor all 50 states with unique designs on the reverse of the quarter. The program ran from 1999 to 2008, with 5 new state designs released each year. The 2008 D Washington Quarter is part of this program, specifically commemorating the state of New Mexico. The D mint mark indicates that it was minted at the Denver Mint. Chapter 2. The design of the 2008 D New Mexico Quarter. The 2008 D New Mexico Quarter is a true piece of art and history. On the obverse, it retains the classic image of George Washington's profile, designed by John Flanagan. The reverse, however, is where this coin stands out. The design, created by sculptor Don Everhart, features an outline of the state of New Mexico, along with the Zia sun symbol, a sacred emblem of the Zia Pueblo people that symbolizes the interconnectedness of life. The words, New Mexico, are prominently displayed, along with its state nickname, Land of Enchantment, and the year it joined the Union, 1912. This quarter is unique not only for its intricate design, but also for the cultural significance it represents. Chapter 3. Why some 2008 D Washington Quarters are worth a fortune. Most 2008 D Washington Quarters are worth their face value of 25 cents, or slightly more to collectors in uncirculated or proof condition. However, some rare examples have sold for astonishing sums, including one that reportedly fetched $5.8 million. So what makes certain coins from this batch so valuable? Coin errors are one of the primary factors that can skyrocket a coin's value. For the 2008 D Washington Quarter, collectors are on the lookout for double die errors. These occur when the coin's design is accidentally struck twice, creating a doubled appearance on certain elements of the coin. Offsetter strikes. This happens when the coin's design is not properly aligned, resulting in a portion of the coin being blank or misaligned. Planchet errors. Rare cases where the metal blank, planchet, used to create the coin has flaws, such as missing a portion of the design or being struck on the wrong type of metal. The condition of a coin is crucial in determining its value. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a flawless, perfect coin. A 2008 D Washington Quarter graded MS68 or higher by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Company, NGC, is exceedingly rare. These high-grade coins can sell for thousands, if not millions, of dollars at auction. Occasionally, a coin's history or origin can add to its value. For instance, a coin discovered in an uncirculated mint set or one with a unique story attached to it might fetch a premium price. Chapter 4. The current market value of the 2008 D Washington quarter. As of now, the majority of 2008 D Washington quarters are worth between 25 cents and $5, depending on their condition. Coins in uncirculated condition can fetch between $1 and $10. However, rare error coins or those in near-perfect grades can be worth significantly more. MS67 graded coin, recently sold for $300 at auction. Flawless MS70 coin, estimated to be worth $5.8 million. Though this value is highly speculative and based on the coin's rarity and demand among collectors. If you think you might have a valuable 2008 D Washington quarter, consider having it professionally graded. Reputable grading services like PCGS or NGC can provide an official assessment of your coin's condition and authenticity. Chapter 5. How to spot a rare 2008 D Washington quarter. If you want to determine whether your 2008 D Washington quarter is valuable, here are some tips. Examine the mint mark. Make sure it has the D mint mark for Denver. Inspect for errors. Use a magnifying glass to check for doubling, off-center strikes, or other anomalies. Check the condition. Look for coins that appear uncirculated or have minimal wear and tear. Weigh the coin. Rare planchet errors may result in coins that are heavier or lighter than usual. Consult a professional. If you think you have something special, take it to a trusted coin dealer or send it to a grading service. For those looking to invest in rare coins, the 2008 D Washington quarter represents an intriguing opportunity. While not all coins will reach the multimillion-dollar mark, finding and holding on to high-quality examples can yield significant returns over time. Always remember to do your research and consult with experts before making any major purchases. The 2008 D Washington quarter is more than just a piece of pocket change. It's a window into history, culture, and the art of coin-making. While most of these quarters are worth face value, rare examples have become treasures for collectors, with some fetching prices as high as $5.8 million. We're diving into the fascinating world of the 2013 D Washington quarter. Could one of these coins sitting in your pocket or jar be worth an astonishing $5.6 million? Stick around, because we're about to explore its history, the rarest variations, and the secrets behind its skyrocketing value. Let's start with some history. The Washington quarter was first introduced back in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington, America's first president. Over the years, it's become one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history. But what about the 2013 D Washington quarter? What makes it so special? Minted at the Denver Mint, the 2013 D Washington quarter features the classic design of George Washington on the obverse side, and a special reverse design commemorating the America the Beautiful series. This particular coin showcases Mount Rushmore, celebrating the South Dakota National Memorial. It's part of a limited-run series that highlights different national parks and landmarks across the United States. Now, if you look closely, you'll notice the small D mint mark on the coin. This tells us it was struck in Denver. While millions of these coins were minted, only a tiny fraction of them have rare characteristics that make them extremely valuable. So what's the deal with a $5.6 million coin? Well, experts have identified a few key factors that could make your 2013 D quarter worth a fortune. Let's break it down. One of the biggest reasons certain coins become valuable is due to minting errors. These can include double dies, off-center strikes, or even unique die cracks. In the case of the 2013 D Washington quarter, one error type that has collectors buzzing is the dramatic die clash errors, where parts of the design are imprinted where they shouldn't be. Coins in pristine condition, known as mint state (MS), or graded as MS65 or higher, command the highest prices. If your quarter looks flawless, no scratches, wear, or discoloration, you might be holding on to a treasure. Although millions were minted, only a small handful have these rare errors or were preserved in perfect condition. Rarity is everything in the coin market. Sometimes a coin's history, like being part of a famous collection or auction, adds to its value. Now, how do you know if your coin is worth big money? Step 1. Check its condition. Look for any unusual features or signs of errors. Step 2. Get it professionally graded by a reputable organization like PCGS or NGC. Grading can drastically increase your coin's market value. Here's where it gets jaw-dropping. In a recent auction, a 2013 D Washington quarter with a unique error and an MS68 grade sold for an unbelievable $5.6 million. That's right, a single quarter worth millions. This sale has sent shockwaves through the numismatic community and has collectors scrambling to check their change. So, what's the current market value of the 2013 D Washington quarter? For most circulated examples, the value is around face value, 25 cents. However, uncirculated coins in high grades can fetch anywhere from $5 to $100. Rare error coins or those in near perfect condition can go for thousands or even millions, depending on demand and rarity. For example, an MS65 graded coin might sell for $50 to $75. But if you find a dramatic error coin or something truly one of a kind, the sky is the limit. This is why it's so important to inspect your coins closely and consider professional grading. Now it's your turn. Grab your jar of coins, check your pocket change, and see if you've got a hidden gem. You never know. You could be holding on to a $5.6 million treasure without even realizing it. Did you know a 2014 P. Washington quarter could be worth millions of dollars? Yes, you heard that right. A simple quarter in your pocket might just make you a millionaire. In today's video, we're diving deep into the fascinating history of the 2014 P. Washington quarter, its unique features, what makes it so valuable, and the shocking $5.5 million price tag that's been buzzing around the numismatic world. Let's get started. The Washington quarter has been a cornerstone of American coinage since 1932, when it was first introduced to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. Designed by sculptor John Flanagan, the coin's obverse features a profile of Washington, which has remained largely unchanged over the decades. But what makes the 2014 P. Washington quarter stand out? Let's find out! In 1999, the United States Mint introduced the State Quarters program, a wildly popular series that featured unique designs for each state. This program transitioned into the America the Beautiful Quarters program in 2010, which celebrated national parks and landmarks. The 2014 P. Washington quarter is part of this series, and specifically honors Great Smoky Mountains National Park in Tennessee. The reverse of the 2014 P. Washington quarter showcases a stunning depiction of a historic log cabin nestled in the Great Smoky Mountains, with lush trees and a hawk flying above. This design, created by Chris Costello and sculpted by Renata Gordon, is a masterpiece of detail and symbolism. Now, you might be wondering, why is this particular quarter valued at such an astronomical price? To understand this, we need to look at a few key factors: rarity, errors, and demand. First, let's talk about rarity. While the 2014 P. Washington quarter isn't rare in a general sense, millions were minted. Certain error coins from this year have caught the attention of collectors. These errors include double dies, where the design is accidentally struck twice, and die cracks, which create unique and valuable flaws on the coin's surface. Error coins are essentially one of a kind, and their rarity can drive up their value to astronomical levels. But there's another factor at play here: the mysterious $5.5 million valuation that's been making headlines. In recent years, stories have circulated about a 2014 P Washington quarter selling for an unbelievable $5.5 million. But is this true? Let's break it down. The claim stems from a combination of speculation and misunderstanding. While it's true that rare coins can sell for millions, think of the 1933 double eagle or the 1794 flowing hair dollar. There's no verified sale of a 2014 P quarter for $5.5 million. However, some collectors believe that a unique error coin from this year could potentially reach such a value, depending on its condition and rarity. To command a price like that, the coin would need to be an ultra-rare error in pristine condition, graded as MS-70 by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Even then, it would take a wealthy and passionate collector to pay such a premium. So, what's the current market value of the 2014 P Washington quarter? For a standard, circulated coin, it's worth just face value, 25 cents. However, uncirculated examples, and those with errors, can fetch significantly more. According to recent auction data, uncirculated 2014 P quarters typically sell for $1 to $5. Error coins, depending on the type and severity of the error, can range from $50 to several $1,000s. For example, a prominent double die error might sell for $2,000 to $3,000. If you believe you have a valuable 2014 P quarter, it's worth getting it professionally graded and appraised. You never know, you might just have a hidden treasure. To wrap things up, let's talk about how you can identify a potentially valuable 2014 P Washington quarter in your collection. Here are a few tips. 1. Check for mint marks. Look for the P mint mark on the obverse side of the coin, indicating it was minted in Philadelphia. 2. Inspect for errors. Use a magnifying glass to look for double dies, die cracks, or other anomalies. 3. Examine the condition. Coins in uncirculated or mint state condition are worth more. 4. Get it graded. If you think your coin is special, send it to a professional grading service for certification. And there you have it. The 2014 P Washington quarter is more than just pocket change. It's a piece of history and, for some, a potential goldmine. Who knows? The next time you're sorting through your change, you might just find a coin worth millions. We have an incredible story about the 2020 D Washington quarter dollar coin. That's right, this particular coin has a history, some fascinating facts, and a current market value that could make your jaw drop. How about a value of $5.4 million? Stick around to find out how and why this modern quarter is commanding such a high price. You won't want to miss this. Let's take a step back and explore the long history of the Washington quarter. The Washington quarter, as we know it today, was first introduced in 1932 in honor of George Washington's 200th birthday. It replaced the earlier standing Liberty quarter, which had been in circulation since 1916. Designed by sculptor John Flanagan, the Washington quarter showcases a left-facing profile of the first president of the United States. Fast forward to 2020, and the Washington quarter remains a cornerstone of U.S. coinage. While the design hasn't changed much over the decades, there have been notable variations over the years, including special editions, mint marks, and designs reflecting different aspects of American history. Now, let's zoom in on the 2020 D Washington quarter dollar. In 2020, the U.S. Mint launched a new series as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, which ran from 2010 to 2021. This program commemorates national parks and other historical sites across the United States. For 2020, the coin series features 5 different designs, each celebrating an iconic American landmark. But what's so special about the 2020 Washington quarter? Well, it's all about the minting process and how rare varieties can emerge. Now, you might have heard the term mint mark. A mint mark is a small letter on a coin that indicates where it was produced. The 2020 Washington quarter was minted in Denver, which is where the D mint mark comes from. Coins from this mint are generally abundant, which leads to an important question. Why is one of these 2020 quarters worth so much? Well, in the world of coin collecting, rarities often come from subtle mistakes or variations during the minting process. Sometimes, a single coin can stand out from the rest due to a manufacturing error, a unique feature, or an oddity in design that makes it incredibly valuable to collectors. Hold on to your seats, because here's where things get really interesting. In the case of the 2020 Washington quarter, some coins from this year ended up with an incredible flaw, creating a version that's worth millions. There are rumors circulating about a 2020 Washington quarter that sold for a staggering $5.4 million at an auction. So what makes this coin so valuable? This particular coin, known as the 2020 Washington quarter with a double die obverse, is a rare error coin. A double die occurs when a coin is struck twice by the die during the minting process, creating a distinct, almost blurry appearance of the design features on the coin, especially the date and lettering. This error is extremely rare, and when a coin like this appears, it can skyrocket in value. In this case, the error was subtle but noticeable. The doubling of the letters and numbers on the coin was so pronounced that collectors and investors immediately saw its potential worth. Now, let's talk about the coin market. The world of coin collecting can seem a bit mysterious, but it's actually very dynamic. Rare coins, especially those with errors, are highly sought after by collectors and investors alike. Coins with unique features or manufacturing flaws often become the centerpiece of collections, driving their price up over time. Why does the 2020 Washington quarter stand out so much? It's all about rarity. Only a few coins with this double die error exist, and collectors will pay top dollar for a piece of history that is one of a kind. When you combine rarity with historical significance, like the Washington quarter's long-standing presence in U.S. coinage, you get a coin that's worth big money. Now, let's get practical for a moment. You may be wondering if your 2020 Washington quarter could also be worth a fortune. The truth is, the average 2020 Washington quarter is worth just 25 cents. But here's how to tell if you might have something special. First, check for any unusual marks, extra details, or doubling in the design. If the lettering or numbers on your coin appear doubled or misaligned, that could signal a valuable error. However, keep in mind that most error coins are not worth millions. But don't let that discourage you. There's still plenty of room for significant value in even slightly flawed coins. If you think you have a rare version, take your coin to a certified appraiser or get it graded by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Grading helps determine the quality of the coin, which directly influences its value. With so much buzz surrounding the 2020 Washington quarter, it's likely that the interest in these coins will only grow. As more collectors get their hands on the coins and more discover these rare errors, the market will continue to evolve. Who knows? Your regular 2020 quarter could be worth more than you think. So, whether you're a seasoned collector or someone who just found a 2020 Washington quarter in your pocket change, it's always worth taking a second look. You never know what hidden treasure you might have. We're diving into the history of one of the most iconic coins in America, the 2022 Washington quarter dollar. You might have heard some crazy numbers surrounding this coin, like a whopping $5.3 million. Yep, you heard that right. But what makes this coin worth so much? Let's take a deep dive into its history, significance, and current market value. Stick around to the end, because I've got some insider tips on how you can possibly cash in on this coin too. Let's get started. First, let's rewind a bit. The Washington quarter, which is now a staple in American currency, was first introduced back in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of the first President of the United States, George Washington. Designed by John Flanagan, the coin features a portrait of Washington on the front, and on the back, you see an eagle, which symbolizes freedom and strength. This design remained largely unchanged for decades. Now, the 2022 Washington quarter isn't your average coin. It's the latest in a long line of quarters that have been produced over the years, but there's something very unique about this year's issue. We'll get into that in just a second, but first, let's talk about the P Mint mark you see on the coin. The P you see on the 2022 Washington quarter stands for the Philadelphia Mint, which is one of the oldest and most important minting facilities in the United States. The mint mark indicates where the coin was produced, and Philadelphia is responsible for minting billions of coins over the years. In fact, for the first time ever in 2019, the U.S. Mint added the P Mint mark to circulating quarters, something they had never done before on quarters. So, here it is, the 2022 P Washington quarter. It's part of a continuing tradition of high-quality coinage, but as we'll see, this coin is attracting a lot of attention in the numismatic world. And with that attention comes some serious value. Now let's get to the big question. Why is the 2022 P Washington quarter worth so much? You might be thinking, it's just another quarter, right? But that's where things get interesting. The 2022 P Washington quarter is actually part of a limited edition series that's generating a lot of buzz among collectors. One of the key reasons this particular coin is valued so highly is because of a unique set of circumstances that happened during its production. Some 2022 P quarters were produced with a noticeable error, making them highly sought after in the numismatic market. These error coins have a variety of characteristics that make them stand out. For example, some quarters were struck with a double die or have misalignments in the design. When you find a coin with these types of flaws, it makes the coin rare, and in the world of numismatics, rare equals valuable. Here's where it gets really exciting. In recent months, a few rare 2022 P Washington quarters have been sold for astronomical prices. In fact, one of these rare error coins was sold for a jaw-dropping $5.3 million at a recent auction. You may be wondering, how did that happen? Well, when a coin is that rare and has a mistake in the minting process, collectors go crazy for it. And these types of errors are often so rare that they can sometimes fetch millions of dollars. So what's the moral of the story? Keep an eye on your 2022 P Washington quarters. It might just be the one that could make you a fortune. So, how much are these coins actually worth today? Well, it depends on the condition of the coin and whether it has any of those rare minting errors. Let's break it down. Typically, a standard 2022 P Washington quarter in average condition is worth about 25 cents, face value. But if you happen to come across a coin with minting errors, like a double die or any unique feature that makes it stand out, it can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on the rarity and demand. Coins in near-perfect condition, or MS-70 graded coins, have been known to sell for upwards of $10,000. And of course, those rare error coins are where the real money is. Like we mentioned earlier, one of them sold for $5.3 million at auction. That's a life-changing amount of money. So how do you know if you've got one of these valuable error coins? Well, it starts with inspecting your coin carefully. Here's what you need to look for. First, check the design. Look for any misalignments or doubling on the text or images. A common error is a double die, where the engraving of the design is doubled, making it appear blurry or overlapping. Second, check the edges of the coin for any anomalies, like an off-center strike or imperfections that could make the coin unique. Remember, the better the condition and the rarer the error, the higher the value of your coin. If you think you've found a rare one, it's worth getting it professionally graded by an expert or taking it to a reputable dealer for evaluation. So, what does the future hold for the 2022 P. Washington quarter? As time goes on, these coins are only going to get rarer and more valuable. The history and minting errors, combined with a growing interest in coin collecting, mean that these quarters could be worth even more in the future. If you're lucky enough to find one of these rare 2022 P. Washington quarters, don't let it slip through your fingers. With the right timing, you could make a lot of money. Well, that's it for today's video. I hope you learned something new about the 2022 P. Washington quarter and how it's making waves in the world of coin collecting. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more awesome content on rare coins and collecting tips. And who knows, maybe your next quarter is worth a fortune. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.